Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a Marceau game for you, going over the matchmaking. Enemy team looking like a bunch of fat boats. Enemy Des Moines, Ariga. That's really it for the radar threats. Hindenburg can be an issue with its radar. And the destroyers, not really concerned about them with the playstyle that I have with the Marceau. So I am pushing in here. I've got good spawn on north for this ship. Obviously, if you have a big visible gunboat like this, you definitely want to have an open spawn on this map. This is a corridor map, and the worst spawn would be decap because, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to go 9-10 line, hope something goes there. You're going to try to, gunboat around this little confined space. In that case, you're generally better off just sailing all the way over here and getting to business. So, fortunately, I'm out here on the 1-2-3 line, and that's going to give me room to play. And basically, I'm pushing aggressively up here, and what I'm looking to do, I'm looking to spot a battleship or maybe a cruiser, and then just turn out and begin gunboating. And one of the things that I'm looking to do initially, especially with a boat like Marceau, which can be hard to hit, I'm looking to demoralize the enemy. If players shoot at you a few times and just can't get any sort of results, battleship players in particular have the tendency to just say, hell with this, I'd rather shoot at something that I can hit, and that translates into me being able to get a lot more aggressive with these guys in the mid and late game and really start racking up some pressure on these guys just because they're so demoralized they've given up trying to deal with me. Already got 2 fires on the Kurfürst, really starting to dish it out. You can see even with these floaty arcs, by zooming out a click, I'm generally able to land a decent amount of hits on these battleships at this range. I am switching to the Des Moines just because I do have some fires burning on the Kurfürst. Des Moines takes a big hit. Was trying to ping the Des Moines, telling the team to shoot him. Kurfürst is targeting me with secondaries, just switching back to him. He's a little bit easier to shoot. Throw some Make-A-Wish torpedoes out there. Maybe I catch the Kurfürst, maybe not. But just gonna kite away. Now I'm gonna hit the map border, and I'm just gonna use the map border to help me spin my guns around faster and begin kiting in a more northerly direction. Or actually, no, I turned south this time. I forget. I played so many games this day. But I'm already feeling like this Kurfürst, he's kind of given up on shooting me with his main battery, and just his secondaries, I don't feel like they're enough really to threaten me right now. Now, I do stumble into a Yagumo, which did surprise me a little bit. So, instantly gonna switch targets to the Yagumo. Yagumo smokes up, and now I'm pretty sure I'm gonna... Did I chase? Holy crap, I can't even remember this game. Yeah, I'm gonna torp, and I think I'm gonna turn out now. Yeah, I'm turning out now. I figured that I couldn't just rush right through the smoke. I wouldn't be that aggressive. But you can tell, right here, the effect of demoralization. If this Kurfürst would actually look at me with his main battery, he could actually do quite a bit of damage to me right here. But because you shot at me, doesn't feel comfortable in his ability to hit me anymore, I'm kind of getting away with this. I think I'm mixing this game up with another game that I played. So here's some Yagumo torps. Just gonna slam on the brakes here. Now I have eaten a little more damage than I'd like right here, but just gonna keep pouring it on with the Kurfürst. At this range, he's really got little chance to damage me out here, and I'm feeling like I've got an arsonist coming up here pretty quick if I can get this guy put down. For those that are interested in Marceau, this ship farms arsonist and wither flags, so ships that can help you keep you well supplied in combat flags always has a special place in my heart. Just adjusting my shots a little bit. Kurfürst made a little bit of a move, and it takes a little bit for my shots to get out there, and I'm able to put him down, and there's my arsonist flag. Switching targets on the Vladivostok, and just misread his smoke signals. Game client really not showing him up that close, but I'm looking right now and try to get this Mogami put down. He comes around the corner super low HP. Again, any sort of ship is food for a gunboat. Got 2 fires on him, just kiting back. There's my wither flag. Don't want this Mogami to get away. Gonna keep chasing this guy down. There's the kill on him. Now I'm gonna circle around. I see these bunch of battleships right in here, and what I want to do, I want to flip the corner on these guys and open up this angle of fire and run into this Yagumo. This Yagumo, he's in trouble at this range. Even if he smokes up, he's in deep doo-doo. I am going to turn out a little bit, just anticipating his torps. Want to get some shots on the Vlad. Should have seen torps already from the Yagumo. And just popping my speed boost, gonna get in here and really start flipping this corner on these battleships. Now, target selection. This Vladivostok has fires burning all over the place. Get some fires on this guy. Got 2 fires on him. Looks like this battleship's just repairing. Gonna switch targets, throw some torpedoes out here, maybe somebody stops. This repair should be down pretty shortly on this battleship. There we go. Cycling through right now, just trying to keep up the pressure on this Vladivostok. Unfortunately, this Vlad is lit up all over the place. You saw this Vladivostok repair. Just switching targets on the ship that's not burning, trying to get that damage going. There's an unrepairable fire on the second Vladivostok, and he's flooding. Now, I'm turning out here because I see this Thunderer pushing in. He's healthy. You know, that's going to be something else to farm here. Second unrepairable fire. Just going to switch to this Thunderer. And at this point, really just in a good position to really just rain hell on the enemy team and flip this entire flank. Eventually push into B-cap if I need to take B-cap. And just start, you know, punishing the enemy. The further I push behind these guys, the more awkward it's going to be for these battleships to try to shoot me. Because all of my teammates are down here. They have to turn their guns basically to shoot little old me. That's going to be a hard to hit target. And, you know, that's just going to encourage these ships to ignore me. Even though I'm closing into, you know, really the edge of kind of sketchy range where I could take a lot of damage here. And I'm doing that mainly so I can really start dishing this damage out. At this point, I'm seeing 200k in my future, and I'm really trying to make sure that I get these unrepairable fires, that I get this damage dealt, and that I shoot these islands that are getting in the way of my guns because, damn it, they need to get out of my way. Now right here, for some reason, this angle is throwing me off, and I'm not landing nearly as many shells as I'd like. So I'm just gonna keep turning in. Nobody's looking at me. Nobody's shooting at me, and I'm just gonna start driving in the direction of the daring because who knows? Maybe I can run into this guy and get some extra damage here. This thunder is zigzagging just enough. He's throwing my shots off, and it's making me not too happy. At 192,000, finally getting a good shot angle. His rudder's locked over. Unfortunately not able to pick up the kill. But I'm just pushing up here. My team's saying the enemy daring's out there. I'm going to take some shots. Want to see if this guy's in my gun range. He's not. So that's telling me, well, I got a ways to run before I run into this guy. I do have 39 seconds of speed boost. Just going to keep running in this direction. By not capping B-cap, I'm giving myself some seconds to try to run this guy down. I see smoke on the horizon. It gives me taking a look right now, kind of seeing where this smoke is. And I have a feeling that, yep, I'm going to be running into this daring, and that's going to give me the damage dealing opportunity that I'm looking at to get close to 200k. And there goes the daring for kill number 4, wrapping up the game. So this game really just driving home the value of, you know, a gunboat DD early on in the game, just grabbing the enemy ships by the throat and just saying, you know what, I'm going to rain on you all game long. There's nothing you can do about it. You're not going to touch me. And reduce, you know, their willingness to actually turn their main battery on you and shoot at you. I got super aggressive with a lot of ships these games, and you know, due to a combination of me being the only target on that side of their ship, they have to invest a huge amount of time to turn their guns onto me, and at the same time, they're not getting much damage, much effectiveness by shooting at me. Really just making it painful for these guys and putting them in a no-win situation. This game, not a lot of base XP, just mainly because I'm farming fat boats right, left, and center. I did chunk out this Yagumo pretty heavy just by running into him and catching him like that. Um, Again, fire chance, you know, these shells don't have a lot of HE pen, so you're going to end up, number one, uh, you're not going to pin these ships to death. That's really where the arsonist and witherer flags come in. That's why I've got this boat set up specifically to punish, um, you know, fat boats. Um, Push in there, just scorch them to the ground, and go from there. Um, Even with the gunboat build, 108,000 spotting damage, just getting out there on the flanks behind the islands where ships that are trying to use an island as a line of sight break to my teammates, I'm back there spotting them so they can't really, they can't escape. And, you know, that's still part of being a DD, even though you're in a damage dealing gunboat. Your position, you can still contribute a lot of spotting damage to your team. So gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. I'm still in love with Marceau. This ship is ridiculously fun. Loving that just about every time I play this ship, farming arsonist and witherer flags, and that saves me some credits down the road buying flags just by playing a ship that I like to play because it's fun and enjoyable, and that's one of the reasons why I recommend the ship. So, dragging on here, looking at the scoreboard. Hope you guys enjoy the game. Hope you guys, uh, you know, pick up some information off the game. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. Hope you're having a good night, and I will talk to you later.